smash that like button for these dope clips for today. Y'all going to sit back, relax, and let's get right into it.
Let's get it.
Let me get one of the watermelons, man. Let me get one of them watermelons. Look at all them watermelons, man. Ooh, I need to pull up. So where they at?
They treat ganja like drugs over here, and they are genetically modifying herb and shifting the THC CBD balance to give you the highest high, like it's coke them trying to create with the ganja. I don't promote that. I would travel the world and don't even use no herb for 3 months because I can't get organic herb. You have to be careful what you're putting into your brain, because all of the energy surrounding the way it was planted and so on, all of this goes into your body. Just like when you eat animals, all of the tension that is created inside these animals when they're about to be slaughtered, you internalize it when you eat it. So you have to think about the herbs in the same way. If you can't get the ganja, you have to go learn to meditate without it. And you have to go find some other herbs too, because we're not just promoting getting high, we're promoting wellness. And herb, they treat ganja like...
To all you Hercules ass niggas that said that y'all would go 1v1 with this, to the death, and win. No sticks, no rocks, no Dracos, just hand-to-hand combat. And I'm guessing you niggas have never seen what the canines on this TV show did to niggas. And me personally, I already left the conversation because I'm not doing no Tesla with no canine. I'm gonna turn your ass to SpongeBob. Or pick up a rock, a stick, or some type of projectile. The key is keeping distance. See now, because once you get close and that dog bite a hole in your ass loafs, dogs tend to not let go and clap on for dear life. I really think that it's gonna go down like King Kong, the part when he was fighting the T-Rex. In a man versus dog, we ain't talking about no little ass Chihuahua or no wiener dog either. We talk about cane corsos, bulldogs, chow, kangles. Then got the wrong impression and turned it to kibbles and bits. But y'all let me know in the comments though.
That dog almost like a bear, right? Yeah. He getting hit with a rock. He getting shot. I'm not fighting you. I ain't gonna lie. You no.
This technology shit getting out of hand. Now we have people that are creating remote control Decepticons that are literally mimicking every move that this man makes. I can just see the future now, seeing two big ass Pacific Rim robots slapboxing. Or seeing this big ass karate chopping Power Ranger robot crip walking with a He-Man sword. It's like every day now they creating a new Dr. Doofus Smurf invention. Imagine if a couple YNs got their hands on this. Now you got the T-1000 with the mindset of a YN. Whole time he's somewhere in the attic thinking that he playing GTA. And this just what this robot look like now. Just imagine a few years from now. I can just see it now. Somebody getting pimp slapped from a lazy pimp who decided to do his pimping on the couch. The future is so weird, bro. But I'm curious though, y'all.
Look like a robot off of Big Hero 6, if you ever watched that. That's what it look like.
Religions were made to hide the truth about yourself. Matthew 21:12, Jesus went into the temple of God. Then it goes to say in Corinthians 3:16, do you not know that you are the temple of God? This is why the side of your head's called a temple, because the kingdom of God is within you. Christians aren't even following the word of Jesus, they're following the word of the church. Jesus tells you to meditate. When you pray, enter into the inner chamber and shut the door. The inner chamber is the inner part of your brain, your mind. Shutting the door is turning off the mind. Jesus says take no thought 5 times in Matthew chapter 6. Because you have 5 senses. Jesus is telling you to turn off the 5 senses and meditate. Religions were made to hide the truth.
You know you wrong. What's this? And why is it there? What is it, Lala? Why are you peeing on the floor? All cause you scared of a broom. You go pee on the floor. Who does that, bro? We in a dorm, honey. You can't be doing that. You can't be doing that. Lola, why you do that? Why you do that, Lola? No, no. No, no. You know you wrong.
Why is she standing against the wall like that? I can't take this serious. This is too funny. She's standing there like a little kid. Oh my god.
You know that
That is too
ejaculating
funny,
frequently
man.
causes low testosterone? Let's look at how to boost it. Sexual intercourse ending in ejaculation causes the same nutrients energy loss as running 20 miles. A lifestyle with junk foods and excessive sex without nutritional supplementation and herbs will eventually destroy the prostate. Apart from practicing semen retention, you can take herbs like tonka ali, tribulus terretris, ashwagandha, which will all boost testosterone levels, add nutrients to the body, help you last longer, clear your skin, and boost your energy levels in general.
Nice. Get your herbs, man. Get your herbs.
I told him, I was like, why is that so light? He was like, don't ask questions that you ain't ready for. Yo, I'm freaked out. What are they doing with these bodies?
Now, it took me a little minute to talk about this one. Now, I don't know if y'all ready to go this deep. But if not, this is your chance to scroll. TikTok, this is...
You can see her aura. Oh, my bad. Yeah.
I told him, I was like,
y'all, y'all ready to go this deep. But if not, this is your chance to scroll. TikTok, this is all make-believe, okay? Shit I just came up with. Now, do y'all remember when that mama found that tooth in that baby's chicken nugget? I feel like that was a few months ago, not like 5 years ago. So, real recent. A lot of people just laughed it off like it was some random factory accident. But not me. Yeah, I been knew what time it was. But now back to the video. I asked myself a long time ago, people dying every day, everywhere, and have been doing so for centuries. Longer than we know for real. Where exactly they putting all these bodies? Because the cemetery's not that big. And the last I checked, a lot of us don't see our loved ones being put in that ground. Let me correct myself. We see them being put in the ground, but they don't throw the dirt over them until you leave. At least every service I've been to been that way. So y'all want to talk about what they're not telling us? Interestingly enough, when I was younger, I always used to look at ground beef and think to myself, what if it's not beef? I mean, they could tell us anything, as we can see. That's what led me to stop eating meat. Honestly, regardless of what you eat, 9 times out of 10, you're not escaping the bullshit they pulling. But let's talk about the real shit. I do know certain beings feed off of the dead, right? Yeah, I said it. Certain beings feed off of what's left in the body, especially if it wasn't honored, covered, or transitioned in the right way. Soul lingers and the spirit stays confused. And that energy is ripe for the taking. Our ancestors protected their dead for a reason. Now they're being drained and staged like a prop. Did you know that some bodies are repurposed? Ever wonder what happens to unclaimed bodies? Those who die without families, those whose ashes never make it back home? I mean, because last I checked, there is theories as well as receipts of human DNA showing up in processed meat. In the story TikTok. In the story. Just a couple of weeks ago, I just saw them talking about what they do with the mermaids. I mean, y'all putting 2 and 2 together yet? So if they'll eat mythical sea beings with souls, what you think they doing with bodies nobody checking for? And y'all already know what they doing with the organs. Y'all know. What about spinal fluid, bone marrow, plasma, pineal glands? Like, really think about that shit. If you think this is about money, you gotta think again. It's about power, access, and control. That's the common theme in a lot of these videos I'm doing, huh? Your body holds keys even after transitioning. As we know we don't die. How can we? We energy. Billions of deaths, tiny cemetery, reused land, burial plots on top of one another. Whole cities built over sacred ground. You think they stopped that shit? No. They just got better at hiding it. I don't know if y'all remember that video I told y'all the soul may live in the blood. When they embalm the body and drain every ounce of blood. What you think they're doing with it? They know it holds life force. They know it carries code. They know it's the closest thing to the soul in physical form. They ain't wasting it. They storing it. They using it. That real currency ain't paper. It's you. And I'm gonna stop right there before I go too far. Isn't that a great story? Make sure y'all get them comments and let me know your thoughts. As always, peace, love.
I heard someone say that they use our organs, my people organs, to make technology. Sick. It's crazy. But that goes to show you how much energy we hold, right?
Hello? Yeah, you know I'm at the hospital right now. Yeah, they said they running tests on me right now. They running tests I ain't never even heard of before. They said they gotta draw my blood and everything. Yeah, I'm trying my hardest to get up out of here. They trying to keep me in here, you know what I'm saying? You know, but, you know, my apology, just say a prayer for me. You know, I'll try to get my excuse and everything, you know, to get back to work and everything, but they just got me in here. They said they may keep me in overnight for the next 2 days and everything. So I don't know. But, you know, just pray for me. And I'm gonna have my excuse. I don't want to come at my lead. Hello?
Hey, dog, I ain't gonna lie. Y'all gotta try that one day. Somebody gotta try this one. Somebody gonna try this one day. I ain't gonna lie. This is valid. That was valid. How would they know? Shoot, I tried.
As above, so below. 7 planets give you the 7 chakras, the 7 metals, the 7 days of the week. Sunday for the sun, Saturday for Saturn. The 12 zodiac give you the 12 cranial nerves, the 12 systems in your body, and the 12 cell salts. The universe is fractal, everything mirrors itself. 0 and 1 is the binary code, which is in the male and female. 5 fingers for the 5 elements, 5 points on your body for the 5 elements. They demonize the middle finger because it's the element they hid, ether, invisible field that all energy comes from and returns to. It connects everything together to Geetha. As above, so below corresponds with everything. This means you are God in a small form. You are made in the image of the stars. As above, so below.
Aliens turned 23 Soviet soldiers into stone. This is all inside of a declassified CIA file. And apparently it was 25 pages long with real testimonies, pictures, and drawings. The report said that there was a low-flying aircraft hovering right above a Soviet military base. They didn't know what it was, so of course they shot it down. And the base sent 25 soldiers to go investigate the aircraft. But when they got there, they realized something wasn't right. In this declassified document, it states that 5 small humanoid creatures turned 23 soldiers into stone. Me personally, I don't want no smoke. Now the report ends by saying that the UFO and stone soldiers were transferred to a secret research institution. And that's exactly when they said this is classified information. And keep in mind, this happened back in the 1990s. Now some people say this is real, while other people are mad that they're just not releasing it to the public. But comment down below what you think.
Crazy colors and formations on the inside. So we're gonna cut this thing open to reveal something so surprising and exciting, you might have the urge to start knocking on random people's doors to show them this video. And no, it does not hurt the coral because it is just a rock at this point that has replaced the coral's shape.
Nice.
This man is a genius. He took an old speaker, removed its magnet with just a hammer and chisel, then split it into 2 circular magnets. After wrapping copper wire tightly around 30 turns in total, he created a magnetic coil ring. He glued it onto a wooden board and secured the copper wire in place. Then, he drilled 2 holes to mount bridge rectifiers, connecting the coil wire to the AC input pins. After linking the rectifiers in sequence, he wired the DC output pins for easy connections. Next, he glued 3 wooden blocks in a triangle around the coil and placed the setup on a metal frame. Finally, he connected the DC wires to a solar panel, set a metal pot on top, and in just 3 minutes, the water started boiling. It works on Joule's law, heat from electric current in a magnetic field. How would you rate his creativity out of... Take a closer look.
There is no way you're ready for what's inside this crazy...
Take a closer look. This guy looks like he's chopping a tree, but keep your eyes on the ground. You wouldn't believe what's hidden there. He casually scrapes at the soil like he's just playing around, but he's actually clearing the weeds around what looks like a branch. This step is to make it easier for what he's about to do next. Once the area is cleared, he firmly pulls the branch out of the ground, and to everyone's surprise, he lifts up 10 large cassava roots. It turns out that this thing resembling a tree branch is actually a cassava stem. To harvest cassava, farmers first cut the stem, then pull up the root system. Cassava is often called the king of starch and serves as a staple food for nearly 800 million people around the world. And those chewy pearls in bubble tea? They're made from tapioca, which comes from cassava starch. Take a close.
This is what they don't want you to see. Evidence of a mistake that was never meant to surface.
Yeah, I'm coming.
Climb up right there. You're welcome.
Oh, God. That feels so good, though.
Yeah, I'm coming.
Dog, who the fuck got they...
Yeah. That was awesome.
Look, when you push open this wall, there's stairs in there. They're hidden behind this portion of the wall. Oh, look, is somebody up there? Hey, I think there's somebody in there. Let's check this out. We located this hidden panel inside of this portion of the property. It used to be a funeral home for over 50 years. The panel was put on there to conceal the stairway. The hidden stairway leads to the secret apartment. This property is full of adventure. Watch, I'll show you what's coming next.
Okay, here we are once again. I had to put some caution tape up so nobody would get hurt, but we found more stairs. These ones are original 1900. Let me see if I can get light on.
Look, when you push open this...
Woo! Oh, wow.
Yeah, you better get back, man. Get back.
Holy crap. Wow, dude.
Satisfying.
Oh my god.
Is it Matrix? Yeah, it is. It's still pretty. Look at it. It's kind of glowing. Oh, there's one too. Look at that one. It's just gleaming.
Whoa.
Yeah, it looks beautiful.
Sweet, man.
You know, you hope for more, but I still...
Woo!
This is why they don't want you to throw your ash in the garden.
The Amish use it in their garden, and so should you. For example, you can sprinkle it around the base of your plants just like that. Not only is it a slug and snail deterrent, but it's a powerful fertilizer and natural insecticide that helps you protect your garden without spraying chemicals on your plant. I will also show you
They called him crazy, but a Tennessee man got the last laugh after winning against record-breaking storms and successfully protecting his home from floodwaters by building his very own levee. He's not the only one with a unique approach to combat floodwaters, as the restaurant owner purposely flooded his own place to minimize damage. Captain's Quarters Riverside Grill can't get flood insurance because he's right on a river that floods every few years. So to stop nasty floodwater from coming in, he self-floods his restaurant, which makes it way easier to clean up once the flood recedes because it's not a muddy mess. They called him
Yep. All right. Oh. Oh. Maybe underneath, yeah. Oh. Nice. Oh. Let's see. I think this part's going there. Oh. Oh.
that. Oh my God, they're all, look, it goes all the way over here. There's crystals loaded. Holy, I'm glad we
There's a bunch right there.
Look,
there's a huge one right there, dude.
Oh my God, there's a bunch of huge ones. Oh my God.
We need to get chisels and put them underneath there.
Yeah, we gotta stop
So
it.
in case it can't
I
crush
mean, look at the pieces that were falling out. Oh, there's a crystal. Yeah, we can't let those crystals get crushed, man. There's a ton in there. Yep.
Finding crystals is like finding gold now, huh?
If Harry Potter had a lawnmower, this would be it. This is a hover mower. Invented in 1965 by a company named Flymo, this mower was inspired by hover technology. It uses a fan to create a cushion of air, allowing it to hover over the ground. They are excellent for slopes, banks, and tight spaces. The more you know. If Harry Potter had a lawnmower...
Now look at this.
Take it out.
Wait, what is it? I don't want to jump to conclusions.
Take it out. Burns again. Wood, big as matches. Put it underground, underwater. Take it out. Burns again. Pretty crazy, right?
Yo, that's cool.
Wait, what is it? I don't want to jump to conclusions here. It's a bag. Wait, there's money in there. Oh, dude, look at all the coins. Look at all the coins. Yo, that bag's full of coins.
Bro, dude,
look at that.
They're probably worth money too.
What kind are they? Wait.
Wow. Ooh. Wow, 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 wow. Ooh. Ball nugget, my friend. Wow. Whoosh. Ooh.
What is that about, dude? Is that in there? Oh, is that a smell in there? Oh, mate, what's the stink? Oh, I'm gonna open the back.
What's the stink?
Let me double up. Dude, there's another door. What is that about? Oh, smell. Lift up, isn't it? Dude, can you go in? I'm scared to go in here. Okay, something's definitely in there, bro. Let's get out of it. Shut the door. Oh, the smell.
Oh, that seems dangerous.
Right? And it's like somebody's been stacking stuff up right there to hold that up.
Yeah, that's creepy as hell.
Man, why this cat look like it know how to do kung fu? The kung fu cat with wisdom. Man, why this cat look like it know how to do kung
Yeah, that is so random, but that cat do look like it could do kung fu or know how to fight or something.
Kung fu? The kung fu cat with wisdom. Man.
The kung fu cat with wisdom. Oh, that is funny.
I just paid $400 for this abandoned storage unit. Check this out. This one is so full. Let me tell you why I did it. I looked up this toy right here, 20 years old. That's the old PlayStation 2 bags, 20 years old. We got Yosemite Sam, another old Air Hogs RC right there, about 20 years old. I don't think it's been touched in 20 years, so I think it's going to be really fun to dig through. Let's get to work. I just paid
Deep in the hills of Romania, there are rocks that seem to be alive. They're called trovons, and unlike ordinary stones, these bizarre formations grow, move, and even multiply. After heavy rain, small trovons swell and expand, sometimes sprouting new nodules, almost like a plant growing branches. Scientists believe it's due to highly porous sandstone absorbing water, but no one fully understands how these rocks reproduce over time. Even stranger, some have been found shifting locations, as if they're crawling across the landscape. Deep in the hills of Romania.
Yo, we are straight up. Oh my god. This is really dangerous. Oh my god.
If zombies come out of nowhere and bite me, I'm gonna be
oh my god, right? Oh my god, Ash is getting my eyes.
Yeah, it's bad.
Ow. Yo, we are straight up.
been in here. Literally no one at all. There's a hidden secret club under there as well. Tunnels underground. So right now we are in the underground secret train station right under Manchester Underground Secret Gentlemen's Club. There's tunnels everywhere. Right now we are going through that 1600s cattle bridge featured here. More places with lights on. Oh, it's a dead end, unfortunately. That is another time, guys. That's going to be another explorer. I wonder if you can get over the top of that. More tunnels. This goes right under the train station. Yeah. Old traffic lights. They're the old train ones. Hey, wait a minute. Under here is that old train that crashed. No one. I mean, no one's been in here.
This festival is known as the Black Face Festival. It is held annually in Yunnan Province in southwest China and is a traditional celebration. It is believed that smearing the face with black helps ward off evil spirits and brings good luck. Participants smear each other's faces with black soot, typically taken from the bottom of cooking pots or using charcoal ash. This ritual is considered a way to drive away negative spirits and express good wishes for the future.
Check this out right here. I just picked this up. I don't know what it is, but it almost looks like the end to a walking stick, or it could have possibly been like a dresser foot. By the shape of it, though, it's definitely the time period that we're looking for. I don't know what it's made out of. It could be made out of lead. It could be made out of something that was galvanized, but whatever it is, it's not rusted. But the piece of wood's still in it. Pretty neat find, without a doubt. Check this.
This is what your blueberry bush roots look like. This plant is in a planter that's 48 inches wide. And in less than a year, this is how far your roots have come, just to let you see firsthand what they look like. So this is what your blueberry bush roots look like. You see how fine that is? Pretty much like a hyphae or spider webs. That's why when people were telling me that you could soak the roots to get them to untangle, that doesn't work with the blueberries. And this here is our mix that we're going to be feeding our blueberry bushes. 50% peat moss, 25% mini pine bark nuggets, and 25% of our compost. And we're going to take a quarter cup of our cottonseed meal, and we're going to mix that in. You want to rake it all the way down to when you start seeing your feeder roots. And I do this twice a year on all my blueberry bushes. This is...
No! This is a very old school and old-fashioned camera. Standing here on this tripod. Wow. Affe it's saying here the brand. I've never seen this. Oh my. First pictures were actually made with this one. That's crazy. No.
What is that? I don't even know what all this means. Syringe bottles everywhere. Jeez.
They really be finding these abandoned places like this. It's crazy.
While regular skateboards struggle.
Show us what you just found.
Check this out, guys.
Out on Nugget Ranch.
Oh my God. Hold on,
He's shaking.
I'm shaking.
We're all
dude.
shaking.
This is so crazy. I can't believe I just found this.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my
Let's
God.
go.
Dude.
Let's go.
Woo! Yeah, baby.
Some kind of door. Been here 22 years. This has never been here before. There was an old cabin here that burnt down, and I may dig it up. Don't know if I want to. Well, it wasn't easy, but it's open. I don't know if it's an old septic or an old well. What could it be? It's some kind of...
Have you ever tried Cecropia? This is also known as the gummy worm fruit. The texture is soft with a lot of seeds, almost like raspberries. The flavor is like a mix of honey, pears, and figs. These are so cool. Have you ever tried
I've never seen no fruit like that.
We're at the end.
Oh, here. You found one of the big ones. Go slow because it can break.
Are you kidding me?
Oh, you did it! Give me a kiss! What did we say? Oh my god.
You're the queen crystal hunter. Oh boy. There's so many little rainbows.
We're at the Indiana State Sanitarium. We're on the 5th floor of the mental hospital. 14. I heard 14. You want me to come in here? Who wanted me to come into room 514? What's your name, please?
Her team rushed in.
Is he talking to spirits? What's going on?
Somebody rushed in. What? We're at the Indiana State Sanitarium. We're on the 5th.
I found this abandoned house in Iceland.
Let's see.
I found.
I feel like dirtiness is like its own entity.
Oh boy. Get back over here. All right. I just saw another one. Beautiful, beautiful porphyry. Look at those crystals. Oh my gosh. The coloring in that is gorgeous. That's sweet. That's coming home. Oh boy.
The bank vault's flooded, and we're in an abandoned bank period with a raft going to find the vaults. Okay, oh dude, what the heck? It's already flooded right here. Oh, okay. Okay, tons of black mold, tons of asbestos, throwing my mask on. Oh my god. That's seriously amazing.
That's sick, right?
That is an amazing, like, this is the best view ever. This is like Titanic, dude. Look at this thick vault. We're going into the vault. Oh my god.
That's
All these
crazy.
are people's, like, money, donations, jewelry, everything was hidden here. Yeah, I don't know my fucking iPhone, bro. Bro, dude, if it went in the drink, I'm gonna be pissed. Bro, you know what? I'm never gonna forget this video in my whole life. The bank vault's.
I'm going to show y'all one of the saddest abandoned homes, in my opinion, in our area. This house right here used to be a women's club, and sadly it's been abandoned for quite some time now, as you can tell. They even filmed a horror film here, which is pretty neat. It does look eerie, but I think it has good bones, and it's sad that nobody's restoring it. I'm going to show y'all one of the...
I found a bright blue. Oh my gosh.
It's a nugget. Yeah, it's a nugget.
Oh my goodness.
Can you handle this detox?
This is the most dangerous and potent seed that Jamaica has to offer. And it gives rise to the most effective cleanses and detox that Jamaica has to offer. And this is it. Can you guess the name of this plant? And if so, put it in the comment, because guess what? We have it available.
Can you handle this detox?
What happened to the pizza party days? Everybody put a couple dollars together and order Chinese food or pizza and wings or something. These new kids got seafood boil bags. I see broccoli in them sausage, corn, eggs, and they got their own little sauce shorty. These new kids getting money. These schools ain't playing about these kids. Do they accept 20-year-olds and up? Shit, you feel me? Like, damn, we ain't never get this treatment in school.
That's
Don't
crazy.
let a motherfucker say, "Oh, we having a party," and the party get there and it's a thin ass slice of bread with one pepperoni on that hood. Oh, you can't go to the party. Ooh. And you see them eating one slice of pizza anyway. Fuck that party. Now this something I cry for if I miss. Boy, I know them kids would cry if they couldn't get no seafood boil bag. They crying about that shit. The little pizza parties, all right, cool. Who gives a fuck? Today's generation of school parties different. What?
They got it good though right now. I ain't gonna lie, that's crazy. And they all got their own bag. I wonder how much that cost.
You should drink a gallon of water a day. Now, since you don't drink water, do you drink a gallon of fruit water a day?
No, why would I do that? Your body already is made of 78 to 80% water. And edemia is when your body starts retaining water because the cells cannot hold it anymore because you're drowning the cells. When you look at a cell, your cell have a water, potassium, and salt ratio. The moment that ratio go out and your acids start being pushed from the cells, what's going to happen is the body have to compensate from that acid being pushed out of the cells because the acid is already slightly acidic on a 6.4 potential hydrogen. So the more water you drink, the more it literally dehydrate the body. You can literally drown yourself. It's different. You can look this stuff up where people have drowned themselves by drinking so much water every single day. And not only that, water is a natural universal solvent. It purifies and cleanses the cells. So you rinsing all of your electrolytes out of your body by drinking too much water. Not only that, you drown in the cells, you pushing potassium monophosphate out of the cells. Not only that, you pushing sulfur out of the cells, you pushing minerals like magnesium out of the cells, and then your body create pockets to hold this water to keep most of the cellular integrity together for you won't drown and die. So then you start seeing people get swelling of the ankles, swelling of the foot, swelling of the legs, swelling of the arms, and then you push on it, it's very edemic. We work with a lot of clients. You can put your thumb and your finger inside their skin and then make an imprint or You
should drink a gallon of water a day.
I haven't checked on it in a while. Dog's been sleeping down here. So we can get some hay to the side again. Now, wow, it's warm down here. See that water cup? Not frozen. I can feel the heat down here. It's unreal. Nothing is frozen. That's amazing.
Peaches, man.
Peaches out of here to eat. Little snack. There we are. All good. Cover it back up. Oh, look at this. A little bit of frost on here. That's wet, so that means there's a lot of heat down there. And that right on the edge. So, if you ever need a root cellar, you got a crawl space, just dig a little hole down in there and do something like this. Proves that it works. Now I'm gonna go enjoy these. This morning we had.
That was dope, man. That's when it's about growing your own food. That's what we all gotta get to, man. We gonna get there. That's what we should all be working towards.
I found an abandoned $100,000 GNX. At this abandoned war veteran's house. He passed away in 2018, leaving everything behind. He was lonely and spent most of his time working on his cars and playing video games. He had children, but they lived far away. See the full exploration on my YT. I found an abandoned...
You had a GNX. Ain't that the same car Kendrick Lamar got? Yep. Not the GNX. Yep. The GNX. Yep. What is that supposed to be, like a Cadillac? Like a Cadillac.
People have been using this invasive plant to clean out their lungs for hundreds of years. This is mullein leaf, and it grows all over the world, but it's not native to the United States. Colonists brought it over for its medicinal benefits, but now it runs rampant. It's best known for helping detox and flush out the lungs. You can brew it in a tea or take an extract like this one, just drop it in a glass of water or under your tongue. People have been using...
Can you give people like an idea on like what this hole was?
Yeah, so what you're seeing right here is the cutout that they have made in the building. Now this was used as a Confederate hiding space. This building...
That was a triangle.
Did you hear that?
I heard it from way down here.
I did too.
Hang on, let's go to it. Yup. Look at it went green. Right when we started talking about it. Look at. So that means something just walked down here.
Right when we talked, I said Confederate, and then it literally went on.
Maybe they're curious about that area because that was a hideout. Maybe we have to go down there. Is there anyone upset that I'm in here right now?
Your music box. Hang on.
So why would they have a hidden apartment up here? In the beginning, that's what I was thinking. Come on, let me show you what I found. Hang in there. The views alone are worth it. Wait till you see what we got out the window. It's beautiful. So this house was a funeral home for over 50 years and positioned perfectly directly across the street from the cemetery. Comprised of over 10,000 square feet. With 4 levels in the main house, it is easy to get lost in here. A tunnel attaching the carriage house made it easy to get around. Currently under renovations, we're going to restore the entire property. And eventually we'll turn it into something great once again. Until that's finished, keep following to find out what's next. And let me show you the next hidden room in this property. Follow us as we renovate everything and bring it back to life.
So me and my dad started looking for this ore cart. We hiked 33 miles till we finally found it.
Remember, we're going to have our skyline is going to be pulling back on that, but then we're also going to be pulling that ore cart up with the other one, and that's going to be adding a pull this way as well. So yeah, I think if we, I think you're good right there.
Cheers. For 2 years.
Now we're talking.
Dead. So me and my dad started looking.
It's time to check on the malachite that has been in the rock tumbler for 1 week on 500 aluminum oxide rock tumbling grit. I want to be extra careful with this batch, so I'm going to go ahead and run these through the ultrasonic cleaner. And I'm doing that to help remove any grit from the previous stage, which I always do with the water hose, but this is just a little extra step. Afterwards, I let these fully dry off so we can see how well they're progressing. This is my first time ever tumbling malachite, so I am a little bit nervous for this batch, but I'm pleased to see how well these look after stage 3. They do have some scratches in them, and I'm hoping that the next stage will buff those out. I'm pretty pleased with the results so far, but I'm not getting my hopes up because it can still go south between now and the final polish. And since this is such a soft stone, I'm going to try something new and do a dry tumble. So instead of adding water, I'm adding crushed corn cob and 1000 aluminum oxide grit. Let these tumble for
This might be the weirdest of all the weird stuff in the desert. They pulled off at a rest area for the night. It's not just any rest area. This is the Marfa Lights viewing area. It was specifically built here so that you can see the Marfa Lights. These mystery lights have been appearing in the desert for more than 100 years. People say they appear pretty regularly, so we're gonna wait till it gets dark and see if we can see them. Alright, it's starting to get dark. Everybody's lining up on the viewing platform. So it's full dark now. We're gonna go out and see what we can see. So I can't believe it's actually that easy. We walked to the viewing platform and the lights are just like out there. But they come and go and they're not like moving across in a linear fashion either. Oh, and they just went down. Okay, you see that? What is that?
What is that? Are you looking at the screen? Did you see that? Here it is again. Yeah, oh, okay, now you can see. It looks like something burning.
Reminds me of flaring.
Kind of like when they burn off the gas on the gas wells sometimes. This is my...
Y'all see now, I just put them watermelon in there yesterday, right? People up under there. Yeah, they like that. Never mind my ashy hands. Never mind my ashy hands, y'all. Now check it right. I have tens and thousands of worms in different containers, man. You give it a couple days, and they're gonna be all over there. They're gonna come from the other side of the bed, all over that watermelon, right? I have tens of thousands of worms. And you go to the bait store. Anybody who fishing, for the red worms, anybody who go fishing, they're gonna charge you one of those. I got tens of thousands of them. I ain't officially in the worm business yet, though. But listen, the point I'm trying to make here is that you can make some money off a whole lot of anything. Simple worms making them multiply becomes a whole thousands of them. Look at this wire right here. I cut these off appliances, right? Sometimes I have 500-600 pounds of this wire, $1 a pound. I mean, 500 and 600 pounds of this I done cut off appliances. Look at this right here, aluminum, right? 50 cents a pound. Simple aluminum, right? Sometimes I have 3,000-4,000 pounds of this on a couple trailers. Aluminum. You see this every day. You can make money off a whole lot of anything. Just imagine a stick of bubble gum. What's that? 30-something cent? A stick of that bubble gum company makes a lot of them 30-something cent sales or whatever. A whole bunch of them, right? But in the hood, they got us programmed for the big lick. We ain't got the patience to get a whole lot of simple things. They got us programmed on the big lick. So we want a lot of live. We want a lot of them bricks from Columbia. Y'all know what I'm talking about. We want a whole bunch of that. You know what I mean? That's hard to get a hold to. You know what I mean? Hard to come across. We want a whole bunch of it. You know what I mean? That overpriced stuff. You know what I mean? That illegal stuff. You know what I'm talking about? So I know some of y'all frustrated. You know what I mean? Y'all losing sleep trying to figure it out. Just chill out, man. Relax a little bit and get you a whole lot of something. That's simple to come across, and you'll make some money. Y'all see now?
Nah, you got a point, though. I ain't gonna lie. I got a point. That's valid.
It could be nothing. It could be junk. All right, there goes. There's something to crack up. Oh, yeah, it was a lot of junk. It is a shell frag, I think. You can see it in there. But she was definitely has some serious stuff around it. I think it's because it's such a thick one.
That's nice.
Look at that. Man, I tell you what, buddy. This thing feels like it doesn't weigh anything. All the iron has leached out. This thing is full of salt right here. The salt ions replace the lead ions that are coming out. I mean, it's like a feather. Feel it, buddy.
Wow.
That's amazing right there. I'll keep that in water for sure, because this thing, I guarantee you, one day maybe we'll go ahead and let one of these dry out, and I'll show you what happens to it, because it will just crack to pieces. You got to do electrolysis on it to get that salt out, so the salt crystals won't blow up when it dries out. But it was definitely a shell frag, and that's in an area that we're going to probably go over there, because that frag's there. Of course, it could have blown this way over there. These things just fly for a quarter mile everywhere, so pretty cool though. It could be nothing, it could be junk.
I've been eyeing this geo and I just gotta open it. And then Hydra. We're gonna be the first people to see what's inside this rock. Doesn't that excite you? That's me. See how much water's in this one. Ooh, didn't do it. Getting closer. Crunch, crunch, crunch. Worth the wait. Ooh, it's getting better. Closer. Oh, it's bath time. Ooh, yeah. We have a couple of quartz blossoms there and there.
That is amazing.
Beautiful, man. That's nature at its best.
For real. Nature is
Now
beautiful.
this is a beautiful smoky geode.
Yeah.
Spec-freaking-tacular. I've been eyeing this geode.
That's dope, man. It's always cool to see stuff like that.
So this is the amazing ruins of an old grave house. And I've documented several grave houses before. Grave houses were another type of early burial marker that were built over graves. And this is one that's kind of found in the wild at a old abandoned cemetery that's just in a kind of ruined state. This probably dates, I'd say, from the 1850s to the 1860s. We can kind of get an idea of that from some of the detail on it, although this looks possibly a little bit later, like we're getting into maybe some kind of East Lake. It's hard to say though, because it is built with square nails. Square nails date prior to 1880, generally speaking, although there were a lot of stores of these after the round nail was invented. But it's also got very small, looks like blacksmith forged nails that would have been for the old shingle roof. Even more amazing are the traces of paint that are left on this side. You can see the little designs that were painted on this, and it was painted white or whitewashed originally.
A real ghost compass led me straight to the...
Back in 1938, a fishing boat captain in South Africa invites a friend to check out his catch. What she finds ends up shocking scientists everywhere.
She sticks her hands in these layers of these slimy sea creatures, and she starts to dig around when something catches her eye. It's this 5-foot-long, bright blue fish with these 4 fins that kind of look like arms.
The fisherman with 30 years of professional fishing experience cannot...
Man versus food. He used to be a man versus food. I remember that.
...identify this fish.
That fish actually turns out to be a known species. It's called a coelacanth. And it was thought that this particular species had died out around 65 million years ago, right alongside the dinosaurs.
Scientists eventually realized that they had a unique way of locomoting in the ocean. Instead of swimming with primarily tail motion, as most bony fish do today, the coelacanth swims using some paddling of its front and back legs, almost as though it's sort of wading or walking through the water.
Some scientists speculate that coelacanth is the ancestor to the first vertebrates to crawl out of the water, thus the ancestors of modern land animals.
All right, y'all, we're gonna go ahead and wrap up today's video right there. Hope you guys enjoyed that. I'll see you guys in the next upload. Have a good rest of your day. Peace.
I might save, I might spend, I might ball. Shit, I might call, I might not, I might ghost till tomorrow. First to admit, I feel good, but I'm flawed. Work on yourself, keep your family involved. Check on your health, never stress about the loss. If you move with respect, you'll attract what you want, that's a fact.